Hi and welcome to Web Manuals Tutorials. In this video, I will walk you through the settings of a document and also the page settings. So the settings of the document can be found in the document editor. Under Import, this allows you to import Word and HTML files into web documents and also copy content from an existing web document on your site into another one. Export allows you to either export your document as PDF or export your document as Word. Under Revision Archive, this shows all the published revisions of the document on the left. Revision Settings allows you to verify the settings of the document and modify parts of them. Note that settings such as revision name and revision date cannot be modified after publication. The PDF of the previous revisions can also be found here. Under Editor Review Access, this will show the workflow that has been assigned to the document. It allows you to enable custom workflow security, which allows you to modify on a document level the user types, roles, having access to each step of the workflow. In order to modify them, you should click on the relevant step of the workflow and deselect or select user types and/or roles in the corresponding drop-down menu. And finally, click on Update. Permissions will show you which roles have access to the document and which ones receive reminders when a new revision of the document is published. Under Distribution Categories, this shows you in which category the document is located and allows you to move the document to a different category by selecting the checkbox in correspondence with the category where you would like to place it. Note that placing the document in multiple categories does not generate multiple copies of the document. The document remains one, but it just means that it's accessible from different categories. Next, under Abbreviations, this shows all abbreviations present in the document, their definition, and the page reference. All references for each abbreviation can be seen by clicking on the expand arrow in correspondence with each abbreviation. By clicking on the page reference, you are taken to the page containing the abbreviation. Under Convert, this allows you to convert abbreviations in the document into Web Manuals abbreviations. Next to each page, the total number of abbreviations detected is displayed. Select the checkbox next to the abbreviation that you would like to convert and click on Convert. The abbreviation with its definition will then be added to the abbreviations list on your site and will be marked as such under the Abbreviations tab of this view. Under Audit Log, this shows all the changes made in the document since its creation. The type of action, the page modified, the editor, and the date are specified. Under General Settings, this allows you to manage the settings of the document. You can change the document name, code, and document type. You can also set which previous revision changes should be tracked from, and if the document should be available to the readers after publication. General Settings allow you to set a document owner and allow user comments and change requests. Note that the document owner will receive change requests directly in the form of a task. Finally, they allow you to select which spell check language is applicable for the document and how the document is checked out, which means perceived read by the system. When opened, means that the document will be checked out as soon as the reader opens the document. On Active Accept, this prompts the user to click on the Accept button to confirm that they have read the document. And by selecting Quiz, the document is checked out only once the reader has successfully completed the quiz at the end of the document. The results of the quiz can be found under User Performance. And finally, the document workflow. This shows the workflow assigned to this document. And by clicking on each step, it is possible to see which user types and roles have access to it. Now let's take a look at the Pages menu down here in the Overflow menu. Compliance. This shows you all compliance connections in the document. You can filter connections by compliance library by selecting the one you're interested in from the drop-down menu. By selecting Hide Compliance Links under Headings, you can hide the references to the requirements that show under the headings once you have made a compliance connection. By clicking on Add, you can add a compliance connection to the document. The page structure. This shows the list of all the pages in the documents. By clicking on a page, you are taken to that specific page. Pages can be filtered by typing in the query in the filter. Table of Contents. This shows all the headings in the document. By clicking on a heading, you are taken to the page where the heading is located. Chapters can be expanded by clicking on the expand arrow in correspondence with each chapter name. And all chapters can be expanded at once by clicking on the expand arrow in correspondence with the table of contents. Headings can be filtered by typing a query in the filter. Search document. This allows you to search for one or multiple words in a document. You can do so by typing in a query in the search field. You can move between results by clicking on Previous and Next. By clicking on the expand arrow in correspondence with the search field, you can access the Replace function, which allows you to search for a word and replace it with another in the entire document. Pages by status. This shows you the pages in the document grouped by workflow status. The total number of pages for each status is displayed next to the status name. By clicking on the expand arrow in correspondence with each status, you can see all pages that are currently in that status. Next, we have pages by warning. This shows you the pages in the document grouped by warning. The total number of pages for each warning is displayed next to the warning type. By clicking on the expand arrow in correspondence with each warning type, you can see all pages where the warning shows. By clicking on a page, you are taken to that page. And finally, we have unsaved changes. This shows all pages where you have made unsaved changes. You can in fact make multiple changes on different pages and save them all at the same time. The total number of changes for each page is displayed next to each page on the list. By clicking on the expand arrow in correspondence with each page, you can see all the unsaved changes made on that page. By clicking on this icon, you can undo each change individually. By clicking on a change, you are taken to that change. You can save all changes at once by clicking on Save. which displays the total number of changes on the top right corner of the button. Thank you for watching and see you soon for more Web Manuals tutorials.